A bit too early for that, no. And the topic was getting good too. I was about to bring something up, some kind of plot twist, you know? But hey, I got bogged for real. It's crazy. What? You said I can hear myself?
I mean, you called it. You called it.
Yeah, pretty much.
The bog tag. Yeah,
Bogged enough.
something had to
God,
happen.
this thing. Oh, let's talk about coffee. Since you're really
Coffee.
happy about that and you're about to have some coffee yourself, so we can
Yeah,
talk
as soon
about
as
that.
I possibly can.
Too bad I don't like coffee. But I'll touch on that later.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad for you. Yeah, true, true, very true. Very true. That's sad.
It's a too bad there.
I feel sad.
No. No.
Oh,
What do you mean no?
scared me.
How's Vomm? What's up, man? Welcome
Yeah.
back. Why no? Explain yourself.
Because of my recent experience with coffee, now I hate coffee.
Traumatized. Oh, the coffee! It's out to get me.
Jeez, dude. Oh, I guess I got too used to it. I don't feel it anymore. Unless I have like 5 cups a day, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can I even?
You are an
I don't
addict,
know
and
even.
maybe that's why you're partially immune.
Yeah, I don't think I'm an addict. I just love it. It's just a joke that I'm an addict. I don't actually like need it. I just love coffee. You know.
Yeah, I feel you. Somewhat.
I
Somewhat.
don't.
If I get more than 5 hours of sleep, I don't need coffee. But if I don't get 5 hours of sleep, then I do need coffee.
Right.
And it's gonna hold like for 2 hours. Maybe tops.
It'll take time.
Got really used to it, I guess.
Wait, what's our topic now? Is it about
We
coffee
were no, yeah, I was on coffee, but we could go back a little bit on respect.
now?
We were talking about respect, and one thing I noticed was when we talk respect, maybe it was my fault because it was from my perspective. I kind of instigated the whole thing to be directed at the elders. But why did I default that way? It's because we've been designed to respect our elders. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and I completely agree that elders must be respected. But why didn't I just like blanket it to everyone? Like even the younger folks. So for you, what would you say is being respectful to? I mean, how do you be respectful to Zoomers?
Younger
I guess,
generations.
yeah, younger generations.
Be good.
Yeah. They said the same thing, like just like be kind, be a good person. Not to be like, don't be judgmental, don't be mean, don't be like, to be caring, I guess. I think that's
Pretty much
basically
covers
all
the
we
topic,
say.
yeah.
If you're basically what I said is if you're not old enough, you get no respect.
Yeah. Any truers in the chat? All right.
Also, if you don't look good.
Yeah, true. That's also a thing. Like respect also transcends beyond like age. Unfortunately, people that are deemed by society as less attractive don't get the same benefits. I would say, even maybe it could even be trolled. It's kind of bogged.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's kind of bogged. I'm just gonna say it is bogged.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. So we're watching Stars episode 2 later.
Guess so, yeah. Guess so.
Have you had your coffee yet, actually?
No. No, I didn't.
Oh shoot.
I'm just reading these discussion topics.
What? Okay.
Can you guys hear the gunshots or no?
Ah, no.
Okay, good.
No.
Ah, on chat or on stream?
On stream, I'm pretty sure it's not. Cannot be heard. The topic that I have here is your favorite road trip, so I'm gonna add it here just for formality. One, what is the best part of a road trip? By Vomm. Okay, so we all agree, yeah, the road trip itself is good. Okay, so that's established. What else?
Ano bang, what are the things that you really like doing while at the road trip? Like,
Go ahead,
do
you
you
guys can
usually
go.
just sit there doing nothing, watching the road, or
Depends.
No, just the like we're talking about just the drive or what right now.
I could talk about
Well,
anything.
for me, if like I'm going for a road trip with my friends, I think the drive is the best part because we usually just like just driving and listening to music is like for me is freaking great. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. So doing that with friends is even better. Going on a road trip, I mean, plus, you know. So I think that would be, but like anything to do, like doing with friends, like anything is fun.
What
And
was family
just
though? Is it equal? It's equally fun, or do you think
no,
it's like
I don't
it's like a different kind of fun? I guess.
think it's like with my friends, we usually just like while we're in the car, we like listen to music, we like sing, we like, you know. When I'm with my family, it's more like when we get there, then we can like enjoy ourselves, you know, and maybe because I have like a weird family, so
Mm-hmm.
we kind of it's not always as enjoyable, you know. So
I feel that.
there are different kinds of
Different kinds of enjoyable, I guess.
yeah.
I
I
honestly, that's one thing I've never experienced is a road trip with friends aside from school field trips, because you know
Yeah.
I don't have much experience hanging out with people. Honestly, like I'm not introverted. No, I am introverted, but uh, yeah, I have some somewhat extroverted qualities. It's kind of confusing, I guess. But yeah, on the topic of like back to the trips, what makes a trip good to me, aside from the road trip, of course, is uh the rest. You know, when you like, you know, it's time to like take a break. You know, let's say you're gonna go to some lodge or a hotel. Dude, that feels
Yeah.
great. feels
man.
it
It's
hits
gotta be
different.
the snacks, man. Like just eating there, watching the new
Then I
view that you haven't seen yet.
wait. You mean eating snacks while in the hotel, looking at everything? Yeah, that's a nice view. Yeah, you're right.
Eating the snacks while traveling, man, while at the back of a car, then looking at the view.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I agree.
Just basically just enjoy life.
Yeah, yeah. Basically. Basically. What a time to be alive, yet everything that
Talking
we're
about
talking
this
about now. Yeah, exactly. But as we know, think of the past, not really that easy to do anymore. We'll figure something out. Yo, yo, low key. I'm highly considering the friggin' Razer friggin' masks. I'm so stupid. I'm cloud chaser, but I don't know, man. That looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Oh man, to go on a travel.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. One of these days, we will strike in unison.
Here's the thing, man. Let's say we all got together and we get to travel. Who's gonna drive?
Who's gonna drive?
Just gonna let Peg drive all the time.
Either Peg and me. I
What's
think
up?
we're the only ones that drive.
I hear you
No,
drive.
we were like thinking like if we were to go. Okay, there's a new topic. No, it's the same topic.
If we what, sir?
No, if we were in a road trip, like who would be driving? No, we were just talking about like trips, road trips. That's a topic right now. For you, man,
do you
what's the
like
best part of the road trip?
Oh, the best part of the road trip? I think I always enjoyed the scenery, just looking at new places, especially, untraveled places.
The destination
Yeah,
itself, or
true,
like the
true.
way to the destination?
I think it's the way to the
Yes,
destination for
sir.
me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Universal.
yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I
that's
think
the
the-
conclusion we
Yeah.
all ended up with.
Cool,
As
cool,
to
cool.
why, I don't know.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Keep going.
Come on, man. Seeing new views that you haven't seen, like a new town or a whole new
A
place,
whole new
and
world.
while eating on the window seat, like
I thought of it at the same time as Flame started singing it.
Hey, Disney. Yo, Disney, if you need some sellout shills, you got us. We got your back. If you guys need some sellouts, we're here. Call us. We will endorse your stuff, man. And yeah, anyway, yeah, the road trip itself is great. My second opinion, man. Do you agree with this one, Peg? The second best thing is actually resting on that day. The first day on touchdown, you rest, like in your hotel or somewhere.
Um,
Would you say
I
that's
guess so,
enjoyable
yeah.
too?
I think it's enjoyable, yeah. Like, for me, I guess, from what I remembered, like, resting after that long road trip, it's like, oh, we're finally, in the destination now, so I'm looking forward to what to do.
The
Yes,
next
so,
day,
yeah.
yeah?
That part. Yeah, the next
You
day.
can chill. It's a
That's good.
vacation. Like you can chill. You don't have to stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It's like the first day of,
Kinda.
so,
Yeah, but go ahead.
yeah, go on. That's all I meant to say, really.
Yeah, I was just gonna say on that topic of resting in your destination. Have you guys ever like had a feeling where it's like, you're not like, you don't feel like safe because you're in an unknown place, or do you feel more safe that it's because it's unknown? Like, what's the deal? I guess it
What do
really
you mean,
depends
like,
on where you check
Are you
in.
referring to the? Yeah, is it like a hotel or something? Or?
It could be anything. Hotel, motel, it could be whatever, man. Hotel's
I
probably
mean,
more
Hotel.
expensive. That's like for big events, I guess.
I'd feel extra comfy if it's a hotel then, because I know I can make all the mess I want, and they'll clean it for me.
Jeez,
okay.
that's friggin'.
Okay.
That is pretty
Man,
white.
here's my take on the hotel
Alright,
The
Vomm.
first thing I really check when going at a hotel is the bathroom. If the bathroom's good,
And
I'm
then
fine
you,
with it.
yeah, you're right actually. Dude, that reminds me. Yeah, freaking the Gordon Ramsay like checking out hotels thing. Yikes, guys, be careful where you
Love that show.
where you check
Yeah,
in. Yo, the
yeah, yeah.
germs are crazy, brother, man. Black mold
I
at
could,
the bottom of the curtains. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, but sometimes I like low key. I like those rugged dog conditions, cause it just
Mm.
makes it feel like you're on a trip. You're, not, you're like you make do with what you have, cause all the good hotels are booked, and you're like stuck with these. You feel me?
True. Or you just
Or you're
broke,
just
like me.
broke. Yeah. I think being broke is a very important experience to have in life.
Oh, dude,
As
it
long
is,
as you
yeah.
don't die. As long as you don't die, obviously.
Yeah, as long as you don't get clapped on the way, I think it's a
Yeah.
good thing to experience the lows.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's
No?
another topic, man. That's another. Speaking of the
That's
lows,
my opinion.
speaking of the lows, let me check if that's a topic already. I'm not saying I'm gonna join the lottery, but if you won the lottery, what will you do? That's the topic now. I guess I'm just
Like
gonna
$1 million,
forcibly change it.
kind of.
Yeah, whatever amount. It's a lottery, so we can expect some ludicrous high number. What
Yeah,
will
yeah.
you do? What's your game plan, boys and girl?
Like the first thing we're ever doing.
Whatever you want. It's basically you just won the lottery and now you have a fat lump of money in your name. Now what?
I'll be honest. Like the first thing I'll do for myself, I'm gonna look for some houses. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get myself my
Property.
own house. Yeah, my own property that I could call my own.
Are you gonna wait? So you're just gonna blast your entire fund on like buying a house in full, basically?
I mean, I'm guessing if it's like a lottery, I could probably afford other stuff, right? Besides the house. You're just asking like, which will I
No.
do first?
I guess it depends. What kind of like what in what range is the house are you trying to buy?
Mm,
Like,
let's say like,
I have not much knowledge in real estate and whatnot, so I don't know
it's
how to
pretty.
price these things.
Oh, yes.
All I know is it's
I'm just trying.
expensive as heck, but
It is. Let's say
Yeah.
let's just say it's $1 million then, right? Let's say that's how much the property is.
mm-hmm.
So there's a good house there already. But honestly, like thinking about it now, I might not spend on a really expensive property because I just live by myself. I'm gonna look for a nice, cozy spot in a good neighborhood that's not too expensive. I would say like $500,000 for that.
Half
For
a
example.
million. Like, does that even
Yeah,
include like the land already?
Yep, it does.
Holy smokes, for real, dude! I see these
Mm-hmm.
people like freaking like owning like these
That
expensive
would
cars.
like
$500,000. I mean,
half
that's in dollars. That's
half a
expensive as
million
hell. But
dollars.
Yeah.
Half a
that's
million dollars in Croatia would get you a very nice house.
The,
Like a very nice
you
house.
basically
Like that would
you're like
be
CEO Andy there, right? Then, right?
jeez,
I would say
yeah.
similar here in the Philippines. Yeah, you're pretty much
yeah.
you're a big shot basically at that point.
A big man, a big man.
Anyways, yeah.
Big
I
smoke.
think I'm gonna get myself my own place. Um, you know, I guess that's so I don't have to worry about renting, and I have my own like
That's what you're gonna do when
personal
you
place.
win.
But then after that, I think I'm just gonna like help my family out, whatever they need.
Good man.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure
Jeez.
I want to make sure I'm settled first, and then I can help them once I'm settled. How about you guys?
Yeah. Honestly, I went with the friggin' clout route.
That's good.
No, that's not a good thing.
It's your
It's pretty scummy.
but there's a point of view, man. Just remember.
Nah, because here's the thing. A lot of people like. Sorry, I'm being surrounded by enemies in Tarkov.
Oh, good.
A lot of people would like desire to, perhaps, try to get, you know. Sorry, I'm being distracted here in real life. A lot of people would desire to like just invest in businesses. Now,
Yeah,
honestly, the frick? Ammo is not compatible with this weapon.
Next contestant, please.
You're gonna buy. No, I know what Clint's gonna buy when he won $1 million. Man, he's gonna buy ammo.
We're gonna buy ammo. That's what he needs right now.
Ammo, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, businesses.
But
Not the wisest choice, I would say, because, you know, like you just suddenly earned $1 million. Trying to hold your own business is not a wise choice because you're not a good businessman unless you already have experience. That thing's just gonna fail and you're just gonna waste money.
true. Fair point.
So what would you do?
He's gonna buy ammo.
So yeah, like I said, clout. I would
Yeah,
probably just buy the
sure,
things that I
yeah,
want.
Yeah, sure.
Buy the things that I want. And you know what? These days, yeah, I kind of agree with Peg. Like just getting property. That's probably
Yeah.
top one now. Because like I think having your own home is still different from like renting a place. You know, way different. Place to call your own. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hopefully in a place. I have to make sure it's a place that has good internet, and that I can yell as loud as I want, and then it's not gonna irritate or bother anyone. It's probably you know
Yeah.
maybe I'm asking for too much, but yeah.
No. That's basically living in by your own. You know, like you're free to do whatever, right?
Yeah.
For me, I think not to be cheesy or anything, but I would firstly take care of my family's needs.
Oh,
My
that's not
dad's
cheesy at all.
needs,
That's
to
just
be
like just being
precise.
selfless.
And
Good
then I
woman.
think I would just like go with the like up after I'm like taking care of their needs and what they need. I think I would like if anything is left, then I would try to maximize it, try to use it on stuff that I actually need,
Actually
Like what?
need.
I guess.
Are you sure you won't be blinded?
That depends
That's a
on
lot of kunas, you know? That's like
true, yeah.
you could probably live 300
Uh,
years if the way, let's say you're thrifty now, you could live for 300 years with the amount of money you got. Are you sure you're not gonna, you know, up the standards a bit? Up the clout.
Sure.
Go get an iPhone 13.
Listen.
iPhone gang. I'm just kidding.
Listen. It's not that much, is it? It's not that much. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah. 300 years is probably an exaggeration. My bad.
yeah, probably an exaggeration. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I guess so. It's probably an exaggeration. No. Things, no matter how, like it probably is like converting dollars to kunas is quite like you get it's a lot of money basically, but there are like things that are more expensive here than they should be. So no matter like
I feel
if
that
it's
actually.
dollars or not, it's still gonna be melting away really quickly.
No, actually, I feel that. I understand what you mean by that because there's a similar case here in the Philippines. Sometimes things would be cheaper. That's usually in the department of something that's accessible by the public, such as food, I guess.
Yeah.
Food and property, somewhat. But if it's like you know imports like
Let's
gadgets and
remember
whatnot,
lettuce.
they're kind of more. Yeah, lettuce right now is pretty bogged. Basically, imports are bogged. Hell,
Yeah.
our lettuce isn't even import, and it's still expensive. It's just how
Yeah,
it is.
because of the weather, man.
Yeah, it's like we got
They're
bogged by
having a
the.
difficulty creating those things.
Mhm.
Just toss my food out.
All good. Yeah, so that's pretty good insight from Queen.
Yeah, but
Okay, fine.
half
How
a
about I ask you,
million
what are
on
you
a
gonna do with
house.
what kind of clout? What kind of clout are you gonna get then with that kind of money?
None. I would get
I
none.
don't.
No
Yeah, I
clout.
don't
No,
think-
like you're not gonna get like you
Yeah.
know a nice the top of the line phone. Like you won't spoil yourself at all. It's like
I mean,
getting
I
a really
would
expensive
spoil
phone
myself,
would
but there's
be.
like.
Okay, so what do you define as
no.
spoiling yourself then?
It's just spending money on myself, like literally anything,
Yeah,
like
like
anything.
what? Like
Because you know
what are you
that's.
interested in
I don't.
acquiring?
Probably just paying for my driver's license. That would be the first thing that I would do, I guess. Because right now my
Mm-hmm.
how do you say that? There are more important things right now than a driver's license. Because I live in a small town, so I can get anywhere like
Just by walking.
just by
Right?
walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't need a driver's license now, but I think that would be like the first thing, or getting a car as well,
Hmm.
I guess. And
Cool.
moving away. It
Vomm.
doesn't have to be a freaking house, just moving away.
What was that, Vomm?
I guess.
I think I'm gonna spoil myself with a brand new computer, man. Like, come on, that's gonna be.
If you get a new computer, that's
You
like
know,
that's just scratching the winnings though. That's how much you have.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that didn't even occur to me. Jeez, yeah.
Plus, you get to
Same.
use it in
I would
your.
need
You're
that
gonna
too.
use it in your career anyway. Probably, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
a decent car, like something that's very durable and usable and easy to maintain. I'm not gonna go like, yo, let's get a Lambo. Like even though the winnings you get would afford you like 3 Lambos, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no.
You can buy it. You have the money for it, but you can't afford it. You know, there's a difference.
Exactly. That's what I keep telling people. They're like, whenever I talk to my friends and they're like, "Oh, I want to buy myself this car." Yeah, but you need to like look at your like paycheck and stuff like that. Like, can you afford it? Can you actually keep it, like investing in it after? It's easy to buy a car. Like, you can buy a car, you can get a loan or whatever. You can buy a car, you can pay it off, but can you keep it? Like, can you invest in it? That's different because you need to, if you get a loan, you need to pay for the loan, then you need to invest in the car. Like, it's not
Hmm.
as
Then imagine if you suddenly lost your
like
job or something,
inexpensive
then
as
you're
you
pretty much
think.
boned.
Exactly. It's not that hard to buy a car, to get a loan to buy a car.
Why
You
would
just
you even get those kinds of car? Like, what? It's their taste. It's not my. I don't have a place to say because I don't really like those kinds of cars. But
What kind?
I just don't
What
see
are we
the
talking about
benefit
here?
of
Like the cloud
those.
Yeah, what's up?
cloud cars, like Tesla Model
Bugattis.
4, SX17. You're talking
Bugattis.
like the the Bugattis. Is that what you mean, Vom?
those are not nice.
I don't
I
really
don't
think.
think those are nice. Yeah.
Because I'll be completely honest, like if I had enough money that I could get a Bugatti and not worry about me losing money, I would get it, to be honest. And
Um,
I'm not even into cars, you know. But if I could, you know, buy it
Yeah,
and not worry
maximizing the
about
cloud.
anything,
Good job, man.
hell
Dude,
yeah, I would do it.
no, low key, without kidding though, if I had to get like a really expensive car, like let's say
Mhm.
functionality, sure, you know, reliability, whatever. But if I can spend money on a car, I would spend on an electric car.
True. It depends really. on
I
where
don't,
you're
I
driving.
don't want to bog like the planet further. I guess. Like if you can afford to live a lifestyle that's not bogging the environment, I'd probably do
true,
that.
true.
Because that's the problem. That's why people are not incentivized to take care of the environment because it usually takes more effort or it's more expensive. You know.
Right.
But I think I'll get some electric car that has a lot of space because look, man, in this country, if you're gonna drive a Bugatti, you
Dude,
can't even drive it properly. There's like moon craters everywhere in this.
yeah,
Right.
a lot of
Some,
roads here.
Yeah.
Man,
Dude,
those
Same
speed
here.
bumps, those speed bumps that's like as tall as a mountain. Like, oh, just
Yeah.
seeing that when you drive your
Exactly.
Bugatti, after driving your Bugatti, there you'll hear like, Man, that sounds expensive.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
saw, I think, a
$300.
picture of a guy, like, with his, like, Lamborghini or something, going over, like, a speed bump. He's just getting stuck on it. He
Oh,
just got stuck, he couldn't get off.
yikes.
Try to
Have
find
you
it.
guys actually seen? I've seen a Lambo in real life. I lost the video though. I recorded it as a kid. It was crazy. It looked so good. It was the Lambo
yeah.
Taxi Yellow. Holy
Oh.
smokes.
Taxi?
Taxi
Like
Yellow.
taxi ride. Sure.
Taxi Yellow.
Oh, I thought it was like a taxi. I was gonna
No,
say
no,
like,
no, no,
no,
no.
that's a fake
Like if
taxi.
you want Lambo taxis, you go to like Dubai or something, man. Those, if you want actual cloud chasers, you go there. That's where the rich princes are. Oil princes, man.
Man,
Yeah.
if I were to go there with my car, they'll probably stop me because they don't know what that car is. Like, that car is suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They'll be like, ah, that car is so ugly. You must be doing something bad, huh?
Yo, white van gang, where are we at? Manga
Nice.
ass.
White man. Yeah.
White van
Haven't heard
gang.
that in a while.
Holy
No, I
smokes.
can't find the picture.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Oh,
Yeah, here's
jeez.
another thing, Vomm. On the topic, dude, you said like, we have like either craters or like mountains as roads, right, man? Road bumps and whatnot. Here's the thing. That is something man-made, right? Those are like, terrain. Rather not man-made. Those are terrain. Dude, anytime like some random street kid can just like scratch your car up with rocks, what are you gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah, true.
You can't do anything. What,
That's
you're
why
gonna
you
sue
gotta
him? He can't even pay for like a meal. Dude, it's over. Like, it's like, what's the point of getting a cloud car if your property could just get clapped?
I mean, yeah, if I would get a cloud car, I would only bring it to like events that I know it's not like regular events, for example, right?
Oh,
Like if
you
I'm gonna
wanna
go to the grocery, yeah. So
go
that's
to the
gonna be like
grocery in a
cloud
friggin'
car,
Bugatti. Holy
you
cloud.
know? Yeah.
So grocery to Bugatti.
I'd probably up my wardrobe with the cloud money.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Look, you got $1 million. What are you gonna? Still gonna use your same old 5 underwear?
Jesus, man.
Uh-huh.
Low
Hell
key,
yeah.
low
No.
key, could be. If you're a stingy
Could be.
person. Now let's talk about being stingy. Like, are you guys personally like stingy in real life? Like,
Yeah.
are you like, this money's never gonna leave my hands?
I think
No.
I'm
What's your take on that, boys and girls?
Stingy.
stingy. It's like, you're
Nice.
ungenerous, you're unwilling. That's what it means.
Not only to others, but
Mm,
also to yourself. Basically, just like, are you tight-fisted with money?
No, I think
Okay, so
Queen, go ahead.
sorry, you can go.
we'll go
No,
first.
Okay, so
Queen was like umming since the start. Yeah, go ahead.
so the difference is, like, I would be stingy if it comes to spending money on myself. If it comes to spending money on other people, like my family, no, definitely not. That's the difference. Like, spending money on myself is kind of difficult for some odd reason, because I don't usually spend money on myself. I just like gift other people rather,
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess both yes and no.
The Mark
Yes,
path.
I agree with what she said too. But yeah, it's like when I think I spend more. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I think it just really depends on the circumstances. I'm very like spontaneous, so I think I would definitely be not stingy if I want to experience something new. If I'm, outside, for example, with my friends, and that they spontaneously
Yeah.
wanted to grab some food that I have never tried before, I'm not stingy in terms of that.
Oh, so
But
Yeah,
let's say,
when
true.
it's like related to
Yeah.
experience, you're not
yeah,
gonna hold
so
back.
yeah, exactly. So if it's experience, I'm never gonna hold back. Well, not never, but typically I don't hold back. I'm very
Yeah, I
spontaneous.
agree.
But
He was like,
if it's like my
yo,
regular everyday, I'm very stingy in my everyday routine though. If you would ask it that way, yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, what if it was like this?
I
Though?
agree.
Bro, brother, man, dude, for $1,000, we get to eat a marshmallow, but it will be fed to us by an elephant. Like, elephant is gonna pick up a fork with a marshmallow and then it's gonna feed it to you
Um.
with its trunk. Would you pay $1,000 for
No.
that?
Okay, I'm gonna assume like I'm at this point where I'm with my freaking billionaire friends, and I'm already a billionaire because I don't know if my regular friends right now would even do that.
Okay, true. Let's say you became a cloud chaser and like forgot about your past, like you're just ahead of the game, like you just like forgotten about the hood. You feel me? You betrayed the hood. And then you're like, basically you forgot your past because you got too antsy with the cloud. And let's say you're hanging out with the billionaires. Is that something you'd actually do?
Yeah, if I could afford it, then yeah,
You
of
would.
course I would do
Okay.
it.
Now
Yeah, if
let's
I
say
could
you
No.
afford it.
what? No, still queen. Okay. Okay. Let's say you didn't forget
No.
about your old friends. You stayed the same and you didn't sell out. And even though you're a millionaire, you're still with your old friends. Would you do it?
No.
Kind of disgusting, right? An
Yeah,
elephant eating your marshmallow.
kind of disgusting. Yeah,
Wait, why is
I
that
agree
disgusting?
with
No, there's a fork. It's gonna grab a fork. It's gonna hold the fork. And the
I'm gonna grab
marshmallow.
a
Flame,
fork.
flame.
You know how like
An
elephants?
No.
elephant is gonna grab a fork.
Yeah, and
Have
feed
you
your
seen the
marshmallow.
size of a fork?
No, like the big fork.
Imagine
It's a,
if
Have you?
the elephant.
it's an
Listen. Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen an elephant paint with a paintbrush? It's possible. They have the
Still
dexterity
no.
and ability to.
No.
Yo,
Yeah, he might be able to grab the fork, but will he be able to control the force? Like, who knows if he's gonna just choke the fork?
no, that's why it's dude. That's why it's $1,000, man. It's not like some random elephant. This is a trained one.
Still
It's
no.
not some random
Even
juicer.
if it's a trained elephant, man, it's still an elephant.
Man, you guys are. Oh, you know what? It's because look, I just like animals. That's why I brought that up, and that's something I would
Yeah,
actually
that's
do.
fair.
I like animals. I would actually pay. I would pay $1,000 to see an elephant. I would not pay $1,000 for an elephant to feed me.
Marshmallow.
I guess
Okay,
that's the
okay.
scenario. Okay, I think it's better for you like reward that. What if like you eat like while riding elephants or something? That's like an
Okay.
experience. Yeah.
While riding
Yeah,
like
yeah. Okay,
like
that yeah.
for $1,000.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
Queen will
sure.
do
Sure.
I'd do that.
if she could afford it. Yeah.
No, we won the
Yeah,
lottery.
sure.
We have an. I'm not saying an
Okay.
inexhaustible amount, right? If I had an inexhaustible amount of money, I would start my own bank. Do you know how corrupt and like easy it is to be rich when you own a bank? It's crazy,
Yeah. So,
dude.
I'm gonna find no. Oh yeah.
I'm not
Sorry.
even
go on.
gonna start my own, man. I'm just gonna buy the existing one.
Yeah, I could. No, but that's the thing. They're smart. Like, unless you give them like an insane amount of money, they're not gonna do that because they know. It's like imagine how much people hinge on
It's an
banks.
inexhaustible, man. They're not gonna. They won't be able. They're gonna spend that money, man. And they only have one life, so I'm gonna get rid of all the corrupt banks while just giving them one burst of money. That's it. And like you said,
Here's the
your
thing,
money
man.
is inexhaustible.
Okay. This is an interesting topic. Let's switch it. Okay, you guys ready? Here, how
Mhm.
about this? Money versus power. Being in a position
versus power.
where,
Wait,
being
what's
a bank.
power, man? Super power.
No, we're talking like power in a political or societal sense.
Yeah.
So you said like, I'm gonna give them $1 billion. They're gonna spend it. Yeah, sure, but that's if their interest is money. What if it come to the point where they won't even sell it for like a planet that's made of literal gold? Like they wouldn't even sell their bank for that because the bank itself has a name. It has like a reputation, and it doesn't have to be a bank. It's just a representation. It could be anything. For example, it's like giving up your position of power for some material. So yeah, that's another
I
topic
see.
that I thought of. So would you say like
Okay, so
go
what was
ahead,
the
Beck?
question about that? No, what was the question about that?
There's no question. It's just like a topic. It's like, let's just like
Oh,
ponder upon it. Power
yeah, yeah, yeah.
versus actual or money. Like, does money equate to power? Let's
I
let's
think
just talk
money.
about it.
I think yeah, no, I
Let's see
think
it.
money is power.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
with
money
that.
is power.
Money is power.
Yeah. I think
I think
Mm-hmm.
power. Like because you're talking about
it's
like a title, right? Like that's how we define power right now. It's like a
no,
title.
actually, I would turn it around. I think power is money, because with money you get the power, basically. Like
How is that?
power,
I mean, it's
kind of
somewhat obvious,
kind
but
of
let's see if
power
what if you're
relates like fundamentally in like today's
today's what?
society. If you have money, you have power, because
Yeah,
money is everything right now
money is power. Yeah.
to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's power is kind of
And that's what I'm
the
saying.
base for power is money. Yeah.
So, but
It's
then
it's everything.
there's still a
Like
difference between the two, right? Would you
Mm-hmm.
say, or
mm,
I
would you
think
say
yeah,
they're
yeah,
one and
yeah,
the
yeah.
they're
same?
Good.
different. They're two different elements, but they
Are
basically
hand in
one of
hand?
them is like not really hand in hand, but having one of them
One of
means that you could obtain the other pretty easily.
yeah,
Hmm. But what would
that
you say
is
overrides the
really
other?
true.
So, for example, like, let's say there's a politician, right? He is in a
Yeah,
position of power, but then his actions could be dictated by money, aka bribes. Now, it's up
yes,
to his character if he's gonna sell out or not. But he's basically
correct.
powerless now. I mean, he's still his okay. I said he's powerless, but that's not true. He could just reject the bribe and continue with his plans, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But that kind of like makes it, you know, that
With a bribe, you
character
always
with like
have
power, like
like a
character, that's something that you can control. Like I said, he's powerless, but he's not. He could reject it. But money is like,
yeah.
can you control like the amount of money you have? Obviously, not as easily, right?
Oh man, you're just relying on bribe. There's also a lot of ways. You can just hire someone, then
Yeah, you're saying
assassinate one of
assassinate.
their
I
loved
knew
ones.
it. I knew it. That's such a Vom answer.
You know what? It's money, man.
If you
you ain't
want to
wrong.
take out key players,
Also,
you
with
get them assassinated. Sure.
There's a reason
with a
why.
bribe,
You say you just go in like, hey, I heard your daughter got attacked. Huh? Wait, how did you know that's not in the news yet? Huh? Huh?
Oh, blackmail.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Some
and
step
with
is
that comes bribe,
Mhm.
or like
Don't-
Bribe, but
like
not with
it would,
money, but with information. Now, would you,
yeah,
like information
yeah.
versus power and money? That's like another thing.
You
Hmm.
can acquire information with money. You
Like
can.
he can reject the bribe, but with that, like even with rejection, there's a risk that
There's a
something will
repercussion. Yeah.
yeah,
Like let's say
just
like
like with taking the bribe, if it gets out, like he's now known to be taking bribes, and he is not a trustworthy
trustworthy.
politician or
Yeah.
trustworthy person of power. And if he doesn't take the bribe, and somebody like has something against him, like literally, like like the information or something that could actually also ruin him, there's like also a risk. So it's this against that. It's there's a risk in everything.
Here's the thing, man. Because if you're in a position of power, you're pretty much also vulnerable because almost everyone
Yeah,
knows you have an image to uphold. But if you have money and you have money and no one knows you, man. You have power and probably no
Hmm.
weakness, which just
That's like wasn't that touched on like
that
Now You
is.
See Me Too, the movie? Have you guys seen that?
mm-hmm.
which one?
I don't
Now
think
You
I
See Me
have
Too.
have seen that one.
Okay,
Seen
let's
that.
not talk about it then. It's kind of spoiler. But Vom would know what I
Don't
mean
worry
about
about it.
that
I don't think I'll
information.
ever see it.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Anyway, let's
I don't
just
think.
keep it simple. I'm gonna raise the spoiler flag. I mean, it's not much of a spoiler really, but I'm just gonna raise it up so I can get to use these tools that I made. Okay. Now You See Me Too. The main villain there is a dude that's addicted with information, and he wants to be off the grid. He's like extremely rich, but no one who knows he even exists. So he can like influence and do things without repercussion because he's anonymous.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, that's his name.
Harry Potter.
No, I'm kidding. He's no, it's because it's acted by
Already
performed by
he's
Daniel
dead.
Radcliffe. That's why.
He's dead, right? He
Mhm.
already faked his death in that movie, and he still wants more.
Yeah,
More.
I want more.
More. More.
Yeah. Dang, I wanted to talk about more, but I lost my train of thought because of Now You See Me Too. In any case, yeah. Queen raises a lot of good points, actually. But that's another thing to talk about. It's like, you are only at risk of blackmail and whatnot if you live the bog life. Like, sure, we all make mistakes, but if you live like a bog life
Yeah.
intentionally, why would you run for a position of power? Try to cover your trace? I guess that's what some people do, right? They run into power like,
Yeah.
There are also
okay, I don't want to get
like,
too
you have
political
to
here,
al-
but let's say some orange-faced guy with blonde hair got himself in a position of power so he can evade all the taxes and whatnot, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
For example, that, you
But there's
you
also
just
like people that are in power that got there by working hard, but they had like a bogged past or something.
so you're saying they're
There's all
reformed.
like yeah, but there's also something to like get out like to the public, you know? So even though if they're like a better person now or whatever, and they worked hard for the position they are at, you know, there's still a bribe
Mhm.
material.
I mean,
Here's the thing, man.
I'm not
I'm gonna introduce an example that's gonna probably spice this thing up more.
okay.
There's one example of power so great that uh it basically ignored the bribe and the bugged life thing. You know what?
Yeah.
What?
The Pope.
Dude, is the Pope actually bugged? We're just trolling, man.
No, man. No, look, in the past, man. Remember the Third Crusade? He basically sent kids to war, and half
This
of
one,
those kids.
this Pope,
No, man.
Francis,
No,
or
no,
a
no,
No,
no.
Pope,
no, 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 no.
The Third
historical.
Crusade, man. Back then, man.
I know. Okay, dude. Okay, continue. I'm bogged. Welcome
He
to the
basically
BOGGEDCast, episode 0.
kids to war to reclaim the Holy Land, the Jerusalem. But in half of those kids died via travel. A fourth of them got sold to slavery to fund the armors they're gonna need, and the remaining just probably died in the war
Dude, why did he send kids?
because they're
Where's the
running out of
Spartans, man? 300, the movie.
man. No, those they're not at the same time, man. The Spartans lived way past before the Pope even arrived.
Hmm. So, what happened there actually, historically wise? Like, why were there no like more able forces?
Yeah, because it's the third time they went to war, man.
Oh, like they just don't have enough people.
hmm The first one they got it's actually of in the old crusade. hmm In the entire crusade, they basically like all of the they lost entire of it except for the first one. But I won't call it a win either because their purpose is to
It was
reclaim
significant.
Jerusalem. Yeah, the first one they actually claimed a little bit more of land. They gained something from it, and that's it. That's why they consider it
A
as a win.
win, quote unquote, a
But
win.
but their main goal is basically to reclaim Jerusalem. But they haven't done it until now. And on the third crusade, that's where they sent those kids.
Did they do any
And
other
here's
crusades after
the
the third one?
no, I think the third crusade is the final one.
Wait, what kind of
And here's
what kind of timeline is this? Like freaking like unrefined like bronze swords? Like what is this? I'm not a historian.
Let's see. I'll try to.
Like
'Cause
what kind of tech? Like I'm
it's
guessing
about the
there's no
time of
gunpowder
night.
yet. Like no muskets or blunderbusses. I'm guessing, right?
I think there's already. Yeah, it's
What?
it's on the early. It's on the early thousands, man.
Huh? Like one two
1192.
hundred.
So
Oh, 1192.
the time of night. So there. He basically said like all the people who will join the crusade will get their sins forgiven.
Yeah.
He showed that an incredible amount of power there, and nobody even bathed an eye. When you gotta send children.
Dude, I'm pretty sure people did find that sus. It's just that they didn't speak up on it, you know?
Because
Because
that's
if
so much
they
power.
did,
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
know,
They did.
because if they did, like, there would be repercussions
Executed.
for that as well. They're
Yeah,
like,
they're probably gonna
yeah,
get executed.
either
Well, things were a lot
executed
more extreme back then.
or sent
To the
with
gallows.
them.
True.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Uh,
Yeah.
or even like if let's like call it like a mother, if she like says no, you can't like take my kid and like send him to war, they might as well like they might actually try to like kill the kid in front of her than kill her, you know, because those are like bad
Mm.
times and all that.
They're just gonna basically
But
say,
wait,
yeah.
who are they who are they up against? Like, are these Romans we're talking about?
Nah, it's not Romans, man. They're against the Muslims.
Then what faction is this?
The early crusade is
Crusade. Are they
Western time.
are they
The Catholic.
British? Like
No,
like
no,
I have
no. They're France. The English, England and France. Holy Roman Empire.
so they are Roman. What did like I don't know.
Incredible
I have no take
display
on
of
that.
power, Roman.
History is like it's like I like it when people talk about history, but I don't like history. Because, I don't like, trying to remember or like no, it's not good to not remember history because when you forget history, that's where it repeats itself. Do not forget history. But when it comes to like, in 1435, we discovered this country. Like, if it's like, I don't know where I was going with that, but what I'm trying to say is that when it's
What did you say?
when it's like when like education bogs it up and makes it not interesting. There we go.
Yeah.
So look at that display of power, man. And that's not the worst Pope, man. There's tons of them.
Tons of bad popes. Low.
I
Let's
never
not
liked
like crap on the
history.
popes. So let's
Never
just say
liked
it is what it
history
is.
actually.
Setting the example of power, man. Like,
Yeah, I know.
or
Man.
say that you can
Another
hold.
topic.
What's up?
Well, kinda. People who hold on to past, like, no, people who hold on to history for like way too long, like wars and stuff like that, like between Serbia and Croatia. Serbians, the war was like Serbians came here, like attacked like Croatia basically, initiated war and started it, and then now they hold a grudge against Croatia because they didn't get to claim the land, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't like, and now it's Croatia's fault, and it's kind of like you see, Serbia hates Croatia, Croatia hates Serbia. If
Right.
like most of the people are still holding on to that, most Serbians actually do, and with that, if like anybody like Croatians or Serbians like cross
The
um
border.
into the other country, it's gonna be like chaos. Because like there's also always like those hardcore patriots, you know, that are like gonna be
You're gonna be like, is
like
it like North and
basically
South Korea, basically?
Yeah, north and south. And
kind of,
well,
yeah. It's you're gonna
Except, you
be
know, you're
either
not even the
beaten
same
up or
country.
like, you know, yeah, yeah. It's all also like that online. Um, okay, an example, when these earthquakes happen, when like the whole city was in ruins and all that,
Hmm.
Serbia,
Don't tell
like the
me.
government of Serbia helped Croatia, okay?
Hmm.
But like they gave a donation, which to all of us it was really freaking surprising. We didn't expect that, you know, because it's Serbia. But
Mm.
with that said, then like everything that came happening, like the people were starting to being upset about it, that Serbia gave money to Croatia, you know. Um, there were like a lot of like, let's call them like influencers or like celebrities or whatever, actually upset about it, actually posting online that that's not okay, that like in the past like
What?
this and that happened, you
Wait,
know, that
celebrities?
Serbia should not
That's
be helping Croatia and stuff like that.
low key kind of
You
disappointing to
know,
me.
like
Like, you
that
know,
kind of,
celebrities, yeah, usually like they should be more responsible, you know,
yeah,
because
but
their
there are
influence
like,
is big.
but like there are people in on Balkan basically that are that live for that kind of thing. Like they want to be controversial, they want to be dramatic, because that's what they gain on, you know. I mean, there are people like
Mm.
that all over the world, but kind of especially here. Like anything that happens that's just brings their name up, that's good. Even though it's if it's like controversial or like
Mm-hmm.
bad for society or whatever, they thrive on that basically.
Mm.
So I was really disgusted when that happened, because there were people that were actually like without a home on a street, or like hurt or like whatever, and they were like, oh, we should not be helping them, like why the hell not, like would you be helping any other freaking country around you, like we like,
Now
oh,
that's
that's so
on
stupid
that thing
though.
like on that thing you mentioned something like it came as a shock when, you know, the
They
other
gave
side
like they
gave
yeah,
support, you know, and then
yeah,
it sounds like Croatia was even pleased about it. Like you guys didn't, like, you know, not
yeah.
prideful like, oh, we're not gonna accept it from the enemy, like, you know, it wasn't a
No,
situation
no,
like
no,
that,
no,
right?
no. It was,
Because you guys needed
it
help.
was.
It was progressing, right? But here's the thing. Um, okay, first of all,
It's not that the
the fact that this
governments
isn't a
are in.
surprise. Go ahead.
It's not that the politicians or the government is against each other anymore. It's just the people, yeah, the
That's what
people
you were
that are
talking
against
about,
each
yeah.
other. Yeah, it's not the government. It's the people that are still living, like holding a grudge against something that happened a long time ago. Like it's not that long ago. It's like, you know, but still,
Probably like 2 decades.
yeah,
33.
30 years. 30
Yeah, three.
years. Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I just, yeah. No, I was thinking like, you know, it came as a surprise. And the fact that it's a surprise, like, you know, people are like, oh, look at that, it's possible. And then, you know, it's not no pride or anything, right? And then there are these people that,
Yeah.
uh, that don't like it happening because of the holding in the past. Now,
Yeah.
what's interesting to me
I
in
don't
that
like
situation
talking.
that you mentioned is, wait, what did you say? You don't like talking what?
No, I was gonna say I don't like talking about the war, like from my point of view, because I mean, the things that happened to lead to the war, they're like there's a story behind like every step of the way, and the fact that Serbia attacked Croatia, that's there's a reasoning for everything, and there's like two sides to each coin. And both parties do hold a grudge for the people they either lost or like whatever happened next. But it's been a while, and it's like people changed. It's not gonna happen again, hopefully, if like the countries, the government itself tries to keep peace. People should try to kind of get over it. Not really get over it, but like bury the axe, I guess. It's times change, and like both countries lost people, and like a lot of people actually lost families. My mom lost her brother and her like a big part of her family as well, and it's not good to hold on to those kinds of things,
No,
if
I
you know
mean,
what I mean.
look, all I can say is like on that, like what I wanted to mention earlier is that I find it odd that the people and the government are. I mean, that happens all the time. Like the people and the government are not in tune or not aligned. But that usually happens when the government is the bogged one. Isn't that the case here?
Yeah.
Vomm?
Yeah.
It's like usually the government's bogged and then the people like disagree because they want, more peace or something. But then, from what I'm hearing there, is like the government's the one that's being, more progressive, and then
In some
it's like,
cases, though, the governments here are really freaking bogged, like extremely bogged.
It's really
But
bugged.
okay, not that bogged. I can't. But
it's a
yeah,
mix
it's
bag, I guess. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say.
but like for some like parts, there are like kind of people that feel for other people's mm, cases, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but like
Mm-hmm.
um there's still some empathy, because they're also people.
Right.
So I guess that's what brought to it being um brought to the donation, I guess, from the
Yeah.
politicians and the
Maybe
government,
maybe
I
like if you look
guess.
at the perspective, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here. From the perspective of the other side, they're probably holding on to that stuff because they also suffered like losses, and that would cause them
Yeah.
to hold irrational. I would definitely say irrational. I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to invalidate any their feelings or whatever, but I would say it's irrational because the war's done.
It is.
It has been resolved, and both sides have received losses. So instead of like trying to get the advantage further on the other side, like peace, man.
No one won, basically. There's no grudge to be held except for losing the people that you cared for, that you love.
Yeah,
That's the only, it's not a win. There's no win in war.
there is no win in
That
war. It's
you
just who
can't
loses
win.
less.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but
I
again,
I don't
who
know.
perpetuates like these
But also
scenarios anyway? People
there's
in
also
power, is it
that's
not?
kind of it's more like depends on like your family. If they push you to believe some things, like they would tell you things like about
Voodoo.
the war, or about like other people's, like other people's opinions and other people's actions, and you are inclined to believe that is true because it's your family. Like, why would they, tell you a lie? So in both Serbia and Croatia, there are families that would, or rather fathers, that would push you to believe that the other
Ah,
party
the
is at
younger
fault.
generation.
Yeah. But most of like the younger generations don't really bother with it anymore. There are still people that are like hardcore patriots that still hold on to it, but I don't know, it's like we're more open-minded now, I guess. At least we try. From what I've seen, from all the people that I've actually talked to. Excluding my brother, because he's a yeah, he just loves talking about it. He has his own like
His own take.
on everything, absolutely everything. He follows your guys' situation in America so closely.
Really?
Every time he gets here, it's like just like Trump, America, America, Trump. Jesus, just calm down.
How old's your
True
brother
patriot.
again?
29.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's just so interesting. He's a very sarcastic person, and then he like gets here and he's like, "Oh, Trump's such a good guy. Like he's so amazing." And like,
Like you
wait,
said, he's
what?
sarcastic, so I'm guessing.
But he has some points, like some things that he thinks Trump did well in
Good.
his time before all this, I guess. But he also he knows that he's bad for all that happened, but he still sees something positive in what he kind of did. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to it, to be honest. But he's really into that.
All right, man.
I don't know why.
I like.
Ever since
his
Trump's in
point of view.
ever
Keep calling
since
it W.
Trump's in charge, let's call it that. He's more into just like talking about America and like listening about. I don't know why. I guess he likes the drama.
True.
Oh,
True.
Oh jeez.
It's pretty entertaining to some people.
dare I
Not
say I'm one of
anymore.
those people? No, I'm just kidding.
Not anymore. It's not entertaining anymore.
Not anymore.
It's way past that point. Yeah. Anyways.
Trumpu.
Politics, man. Politics.
Let's go back to the travels. Those were like
Travel,
better
man. Okay,
topics.
chill topic, man. Chill topic.
Got into the politics and the history way too much, I guess. Wait, is Flame bogged again?
No, I'm not. I'm just not speaking
Oh,
much.
okay. I thought you were bugged again.
It's cool. He's cool.
It has to happen at least like once or twice more. It is the BOGGEDCast.
Yeah. No,
Right.
no, let's not. Once is enough.
Voodoo.
It has to. It has to happen.
Preying on his downfall. Cargo.
Can't sleep. Coffee. Never again, man.
Frick. Alright, BRB guys. One sec. I'm gonna just. You guys can continue. I'm just gonna get some food real quick.
I think we could pause. I'm gonna take a shower real quick too.
Alright. Actually, we
Let's
could
just
watch some
pause real
Star
quick.
Wars after. Who knows? We'll see.
Down. Down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could queue it up. Yeah.
We could.
All right. Burb.
There's missing information, missing storylines and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Like, then
I
about those
wouldn't say
things,
all
like
movies are
those
like that.
two aliens that are talking to each other. I assume they're rich. The ones that talk to Senator Palpatine secret when on the first scene where Qui-Gon entered that ship and then they were killed. Like, wait, who are these guys? I just assume that they are powerful and rich because they can order things. So what's their role? Wait, are they? Will they explain it eventually in the second part of the movie, or
With
just
those
like that?
the weird sounding frogs. It is
Mm-hmm.
them. Those guys.
Hmm.
Wait, let me check if it's the correct person. If we're talking about Star Wars here, because I mix up the names a lot.
In the first like episode one.
The
Yeah,
episode
that
one.
guy the guy that's speaking, the dude with like frog, big forehead and like freaking crown and like freaking frog eyes, and they sound like
It's like his lower
his
lip
name
Yeah.
is
is
the one that.
his name is Newt Gunray. He's basically a high-ranking politician that is a puppet to Palpatine.
Yeah.
So we're just okay.
But
Hmm.
he's part of the Trade Federation.
Did they say it on that movie, or I just?
They didn't say it, but it's implied because he's in the droid forces. Like
Yeah, right.
when Princess Amidala, or Padme for short, I mean her actual name, Padme Amidala. When she was like surrounded with her royal guard, the droids, and then the Newt Gunray was there. He was like, seize them. And then like the body double came up and confused them, and then the droids went away. They're part of the droid force.
Them. Road Wars. Okay, so it feels like, man, there's something that happened before that movie that is kind of missing.
Yeah, like
Because it seems like they're already in conflict right away.
yeah.
Like, on the first part, wait. They're already being ordered to kill this guy. What did he do?
Why?
Wait,
Yeah, exactly. Like
wait,
you're
there
in
might
the
be a
like
reason. Wait,
basically
hold up. Star Wars Episode 1 start. Here it is. Alright, I'm gonna abuse my BOGGEDCast powers here. I'm gonna change overlay. Oh, fancy. Okay. I'm also gonna stream it on Discord, so it's gonna be convenient. You guys don't have to tune into my stream to do it. Unless you guys are already on my stream, then just watch it from the stream. Are you guys on stream or no? No.
I am.
You can keep the stream on, but I'm also gonna stream it on Discord because sounds,
Good.
I guess. I mean, the sound's not that important. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do it. There we go. The answer to your question, Vomm, might be here actually. We might have like just not paid attention. At the start, when the text is going up, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Maybe the answer is here, like a small, quick cut, Oh, that's loud. Star Wars. This is gonna take episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. There it is. The taxation of trade routes. There it is. There's your answer. Let's read it.
Okay, so they just basically
Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict. That's it. So basically, the Trade Federation are a bunch of greedy dogs, right? They just want to control the market, basically. And they basically formed a trade ban with the planet of Naboo. And then the planet of Naboo is like, yo, which by the way is being led by Princess Amidala. But then they were like, "Yo, this is like not fair." That's why they were like, talking in the High Council. Those floating discs where they were all at. Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess that's the driving
So
point for the story.
basically, you don't want to really focus on the past first now. Okay. Now I see it.
Hmm. I think we were just like fixing audio, worrying about the thing. We didn't even read the the text on the start.
Yeah. I think that's actually good that they're not focusing that much on like what happened, and they're instead focusing on what is happening now, because that would be a different, like a new episode kind of. They would have to have like a whole episode on how it all started, and then like it's there's a whole story behind that, I guess.
They did say they're gonna release movies that is way before the
Yeah,
Skywalker
there's
saga.
also that can release it later, so then it's
explain things.
more money.
Mm-hmm. That was a business, sadly.
Money.
Business, yeah. Money.
Business.
Businessmen.
Easy, man. Yeah. Ooh, feels so good to use this layout stuff. Okay.
That was. That character. Jar Jar. He's iconic. You can remember him
Yes.
easily because he is I know he's iconic in the annoying way.
Oh, this is great. This Slimes thing. I was not expecting that. I almost read it out loud. That's great. I was not expecting that.
I was just about to tune out. That's how bad it was. But you know what? For Star Wars, I'm gonna stay. Let me tell you though, high key, George Lucas. He made Jar Jar Binks the way he is specifically to piss people off. Like they even asked, yo,
Specifically to piss people
Mr. George
flame
Lucas,
off.
Mr. George Lucas, who's your favorite character? I don't know, Jar Jar Binks. Like, man, screw that guy. But thanks for making the Star Wars universe, I guess.
I think he made it to piss Flame off because it's not pissing me off, and I don't think it's pissing Vomm off. So, yeah, it's. I think it's for you, Flame.
I always knew the Jedi were gonna turn against us.
Jar Jar Binks going on here. What's up?
Now we're just getting ready for episode 2. They questioned why Newt Gunray was already like doing a bunch of stuff in the start of the movie and didn't make sense. And apparently it's because we didn't read the intro text.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the intro text pretty.
Yeah, it kind of gave some context now at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
If you don't know the intro text, you're gonna wonder like, why are these guys even fighting?
What's going on there? Yeah. True.
Yeah, like, there's a missing part. Like there's a missing story. What's going on? It's like they're like we're in the middle of something that we don't know what why is happening.
Alright.
It's like you now tuning into a conversation that you
Dude,
know
I hear him.
you weren't here at the
him.
start.
Alrighty, let me see. So we're gonna watch Star Wars.
Vomm,
now,
I
right?
hear him, brother man. I hear him.
My name is Jar Jar.
Oh. Jar Jar Binks.
We were talking about like Flame said that he thinks that that character is just for pissing people off, and I said that it's not pissing me off, and I don't think it's pissing Vomm off, so it's specifically for Flame, I guess.
Yeah. What's
It's
your
built to
take?
piss. Honestly, like, I'm neutral, man. Like, I could see him being useless, but I could see him like being part of the story too. I'm kind of like the in between guy. I could flex.
I know. Just there's certain theories about that guy.
Yeah, there's a certain theory about that guy for sure. That
Wait,
That
is he
theory
the
was
final
true.
boss?
No, I said theory, my dude. So we don't know.
So
Alrighty,
what
yo, I'm gonna stream this here.
He's
How do
the
I do this? How
boss.
do I do this? Let's see
Well,
here. Alrighty. I'm
that
gonna
ends
try
the
and be.
Bogged ladies and gentlemen. We're just gonna go watch Star Wars and hang out. Thanks for listening and watching. If there were any lurkers out there, peace out. Again, here are my friends, Queen of Darkness, Peg, Vomm, and of course me. Hopefully next time we get more guests, or hopefully next time we get actual viewers. Actually got bogged in episode 1. We're living up to our
Yes,
name.
sir.
All right, let's get this movie
So
started.
do it.